Welcome back to Talk Sophia. Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here with us today.
I'm Jack. Welcome back. Let's improve our English together.
And I'm Emma. We're here to help you improve your conversational English in a fun and natural way.
That's right. Our mission is simple. We want to help you speak English confidently in everyday situations. We use real conversations, useful vocabulary, and lots of examples to make learning English easy and enjoyable.
Today, we have a very important topic. We're going to talk about how to communicate at the doctor's office in English. This is so useful because everyone needs to visit a doctor sometimes, and it's really important to explain your health problems clearly.
Yes, and if you're living in an English-speaking country or traveling, knowing the right words and phrases can make your doctor's visit much less stressful.
So, if you find this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us continue making content for you.
All right, everyone, are you ready to learn?
Let's get started.
Hey, Emma, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well, thanks. I'm a little tired, though. I stayed up late last night finishing a book.
Oh, really? What book were you reading?
It was a mystery novel. I couldn't stop reading because I wanted to know who the bad guy was. What about you? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good, but actually something interesting happened. I had to go to the doctor on Saturday.
Oh no, were you sick?
Not too sick. I just had a really bad cough for about a week, and it wasn't getting better, so I decided to make an appointment.
That's smart. It's always better to check with the doctor if something doesn't feel right. How did it go?
It went fine. The doctor was very nice and asked me lots of questions about my symptoms. She gave me some medicine, and I'm feeling much better now.
That's great. And you know what? This is actually a perfect way to start today's topic.
You're right. Speaking of doctor's visits, let's talk about all the English you need to know when you go to the doctor's office.
So, Jack, let's walk through a typical doctor's visit from beginning to end. First, you need to make an appointment, right?
Yes, exactly. You usually can't just walk into a doctor's office. You need to call first. When I called last week, I said, "Hello, I'd like to make an appointment with Dr. Smith."
Perfect. And what did the receptionist ask you?
She asked me, "What is the reason for your visit?" So I told her, "I have a bad cough that won't go away."
Good. They always want to know why you need to see the doctor. Then they usually ask about your availability, right?
Yes, she asked me, "When are you available?" I said, "I'm free this Saturday morning," and she gave me an appointment at 10 o'clock.
That's convenient. Now, when you arrive at the doctor's office, what's the first thing you do?
You go to the reception desk and check in. I said, "Hello, I have an appointment at 10 o'clock. My name is Jack Thompson."
And did they ask you to fill out any forms?
Oh, yes. Since it was my first time at that office, I had to fill out a patient information form. It asked for my name, address, phone number, date of birth, and emergency contact.
That's standard. They also ask about your medical history, don't they?
Right. The form asked if I have any allergies, if I take any medications, and if I have any chronic conditions.
What does chronic mean?
Oh, chronic means something that lasts a long time or keeps coming back. Like if you have chronic headaches, it means you get headaches all the time.
I see. So after you filled out the forms, what happened?
I sat in the waiting room for about 10 minutes. Then a nurse called my name and took me to the examination room.
And what did the nurse do first?
She checked my vital signs. She took my temperature, checked my blood pressure, and measured my heart rate. She also asked me, "What brings you in today?"
That's a very common question. It means, why are you here? Or what's your problem?
Exactly. So I explained, "I've had a cough for about a week. It's getting worse, especially at night."
Good description. Did she ask any follow-up questions?
Yes, she asked, "Do you have any other symptoms? Fever? Sore throat?" I told her, "No fever, but my throat feels a little scratchy."
What does scratchy mean?
Scratchy means it feels rough or irritated. Not painful, but uncomfortable.
I understand. So then the doctor came in.
Yes, Dr. Smith came in and introduced herself. She shook my hand and said, "Nice to meet you, Jack. I hear you've been dealing with a cough."
She sounds friendly. What did she do next?
She asked me to describe my symptoms in detail. She said, "Tell me more about this cough. When did it start? Is it a dry cough or are you coughing up mucus?"
Oh, that's an important question. What's the difference?
A dry cough means you're just coughing but nothing comes out. Coughing up mucus means when you cough, there's thick liquid that comes from your throat or lungs.
I see. And what did you tell her?
I said, it started about 7 days ago. At first it was dry, but now I'm coughing up some yellow mucus.
That's a clear description. What else did she ask?
She asked, does anything make it better or worse? I told her it gets worse at night when I lie down, and when I go outside in the cold air, I cough more.
Those are helpful details for the doctor. Did she ask about your medical history?
Yes, she asked, do you have asthma or any breathing problems? I said no. Then she asked, are you a smoker? I said, no, I don't smoke.
Good questions. Then she examined you, right?
Yes. She said, I'm going to listen to your lungs. Please take deep breaths in and out. She used her stethoscope.
A stethoscope is that instrument doctors use to listen to your heart and lungs, right?
Exactly. It's the thing with the 2 earpieces and the round metal part. She moved it around my back and chest while I breathed.
What did she find?
She said, your lungs sound clear, which is good, but I can hear some congestion in your upper airways. Then she looked in my throat.
How did she do that?
She asked me to open my mouth wide and say, ah. She used a small light and a wooden stick to press down my tongue.
I always feel like I'm going to gag when they do that.
Me too. It's uncomfortable, but it only lasts a few seconds. She said, your throat is red and irritated. That explains the scratchy feeling.
So what was her diagnosis?
Diagnosis means the doctor's conclusion about what's wrong with you. She said, you have an upper respiratory infection. It's probably viral, which means it's caused by a virus.
Did she give you any medicine?
Yes. She said, I'm going to prescribe cough syrup to help with the cough. I also recommend throat lozenges for the throat irritation.
What are lozenges?
Lozenges are small candies that you suck on. They dissolve slowly in your mouth and soothe your throat. You might call them cough drops.
Oh, I use those when I have a sore throat. They really help. Did she give you any other advice?
Yes, lots of advice. She said, drink plenty of fluids, especially warm liquids like tea or soup. Get lots of rest, and use a humidifier in your bedroom at night.
What's a humidifier?
A humidifier is a machine that adds moisture to the air. It helps when the air is very dry, especially in winter. Moist air is easier to breathe and helps with coughs.
That makes sense. Did she say when you should start feeling better?
She said, most viral infections get better on their own in 7 to 10 days. If you're not feeling better in a week, or if you develop a high fever, call the office.
That's important information. So she told you when to come back if things don't improve.
Right. And she also said, if you have trouble breathing or chest pain, go to the emergency room immediately.
Those would be serious symptoms. I'm glad she explained that. What happened after that?
She asked, do you have any questions for me? I asked, can I exercise while I'm sick? She said, light activity is okay, but don't do intense workouts. Your body needs energy to fight the infection.
Good question. I always wonder about that too. So then you were done?
Almost. She printed the prescription and handed it to me. She said, take this to the pharmacy. Take the cough syrup 3 times a day with food.
With food means you should eat something before or while you take the medicine, right?
Exactly. Some medicines can upset your stomach if you take them on an empty stomach.
So after you left the examination room, what did you do?
I went back to the reception desk to check out. The receptionist said, that will be $40 for the copay. I paid with my credit card.
What's a copay?
A copay is the amount of money you pay when you visit the doctor. If you have health insurance, the insurance company pays most of the cost, but you pay a small part called the copay.
I see. So if the full visit costs $200 and your insurance covers most of it, you might only pay $20 or $40 as your copay.
Exactly. Then I took my prescription to the pharmacy.
How did that work?
I gave the prescription to the pharmacist. She said, this will be ready in about 15 minutes. Is this your first time filling a prescription here?
And what did you say?
I said yes. So she asked for my insurance information and driver's license. Then she explained, this cough syrup may make you drowsy. Don't drive or operate machinery after taking it.
Drowsy means sleepy or tired, right?
Yes, exactly. Many medicines have side effects, and drowsiness is a common one.
What are side effects?
Side effects are other things that happen when you take medicine, besides the main purpose. Like, the main purpose of the cough syrup is to stop my cough, but a side effect is that it makes me sleepy.
I understand. So you picked up your medicine and went home.
Yes. The pharmacist said take 1 tablespoon every 8 hours. That means 3 times a day. And finish the entire bottle even if you feel better.
That's important advice. Many people stop taking medicine when they feel better, but you should always finish it.
Right. And now, 3 days later, I'm feeling much better. The cough is almost gone.
That's wonderful. I'm so glad the doctor could help you. Talking through your experience really covers all the important parts of a doctor's visit.
Yes, from making the appointment to picking up medicine at the pharmacy, we covered everything.
And we use so many useful words and phrases that people need to know. Jack, while we were talking, we used many useful words and phrases. Let's go through some of the most important vocabulary for doctor's visits.
Great idea. This will really help everyone remember the key words.
First word, appointment. An appointment is a scheduled meeting or visit. When you want to see a doctor, you need to make an appointment first.
Right. You can't just show up. You call and say, I'd like to make an appointment.
Exactly. For example, my appointment is at 2 o'clock, or I need to schedule an appointment with my dentist.
What's your doctor's name, Emma? Do you have a regular doctor?
Yes, I see Dr. Martinez. I've been going to her for 3 years. I usually make an appointment twice a year for checkups. Next word, symptoms. Symptoms are the signs that show you are sick. They are the things you feel or notice when something is wrong with your body.
Oh, yes, like cough, fever, headache, or stomach pain. These are all symptoms.
Exactly. The doctor always asks, what are your symptoms? For example, my symptoms include a sore throat and runny nose.
Or, I don't have any symptoms of the flu. What symptoms do you usually get when you catch a cold, Emma?
I usually get a stuffy nose, sneezing, and I feel very tired. My head feels heavy too.
Me too. I hate the stuffy nose the most.
Third word, prescription. A prescription is a written order from a doctor that tells the pharmacy what medicine to give you.
Yes, the doctor writes the prescription and you take it to the pharmacy. Without a prescription, you can't get certain medicines.
Right. For example, the doctor gave me a prescription for antibiotics, or I need to fill this prescription.
Fill a prescription means to get the medicine from the pharmacy.
Exactly. Have you ever forgotten to fill a prescription, Jack?
Oh, yes. Once I got a prescription but left it in my jacket pocket for 2 weeks. By then, I was already feeling better, so I never filled it.
That happens, but it's better to fill it right away if the doctor prescribed it.
Right. And now, 3 days later, I'm feeling much better. The cough is almost gone.
That's wonderful. I'm so glad the doctor could help you. Talking through your experience really covers all the important parts of a doctor's visit.
Yes, from making the appointment to picking up medicine at the pharmacy, we covered everything.
And we use so many useful words and phrases that people need to know. Jack, while we were talking, we used many useful words and phrases. Let's go through some of the most important vocabulary for doctor's visits.
Great idea. This will really help everyone remember the key words.
First word, appointment. An appointment is a scheduled meeting or visit. When you want to see a doctor, you need to make an appointment first.
Right. You can't just show up. You call and say, I'd like to make an appointment.
Exactly. For example, my appointment is at 2 o'clock, or I need to schedule an appointment with my dentist.
What's your doctor's name, Emma? Do you have a regular doctor?
Yes, I see Dr. Martinez. I've been going to her for 3 years. I usually make an appointment twice a year for checkups. Next word, symptoms. Symptoms are the signs that show you are sick. They are the things you feel or notice when something is wrong with your body.
Oh, yes, like cough, fever, headache, or stomach pain. These are all symptoms.
Exactly. The doctor always asks, what are your symptoms? For example, my symptoms include a sore throat and runny nose.
Or, I don't have any symptoms of the flu. What symptoms do you usually get when you catch a cold, Emma?
I usually get a stuffy nose, sneezing, and I feel very tired. My head feels heavy too.
Me too. I hate the stuffy nose the most.
Third word, prescription. A prescription is a written order from a doctor that tells the pharmacy what medicine to give you.
Yes, the doctor writes the prescription and you take it to the pharmacy. Without a prescription, you can't get certain medicines.
Right. For example, the doctor gave me a prescription for antibiotics, or I need to fill this prescription.
Fill a prescription means to get the medicine from the pharmacy.
Exactly. Have you ever forgotten to fill a prescription, Jack?
Oh, yes. Once I got a prescription but left it in my jacket pocket for 2 weeks. By then, I was already feeling better, so I never filled it.
That happens, but it's better to fill it right away if the doctor prescribed it.
Fourth word, examination. An examination is when the doctor checks your body to find out what's wrong. It's also called a checkup or a physical exam.
Right. During the examination, the doctor might listen to your heart, look in your ears, or check your reflexes.
Right. For example, the doctor performed a thorough examination. Or, I'm here for my annual examination.
Annual means once a year, so an annual examination means a yearly checkup.
Exactly. For example, I had my annual physical exam last month and everything looked good.
I should probably schedule mine. I haven't had a checkup in 2 years.
You should definitely do that. Prevention is important.
Sixth word, allergic. If you are allergic to something, it means your body has a bad reaction to it. You might get a rash, have trouble breathing, or feel sick.
Common allergies include pollen, certain foods like nuts or shellfish, and some medicines like penicillin.
Yes, the doctor always asks, are you allergic to any medications? For example, I'm allergic to penicillin, or she has an allergic reaction to bee stings.
What are you allergic to, Emma?
I'm allergic to cats. When I'm near cats, my eyes get itchy and watery, and I start sneezing a lot. What about you?
I'm allergic to peanuts. Not severely, but I get an upset stomach and a rash if I eat them, so I avoid peanut products completely.
That's smart. Food allergies can be serious. Seventh word, pharmacy. A pharmacy is a store where you get medicines. It's also called a drugstore. The person who works there is called a pharmacist.
The pharmacist is very knowledgeable about medicines. They can answer questions about how to take your medication and what side effects to expect.
Right. For example, I need to go to the pharmacy to pick up my medicine. Or the pharmacy is open until 9 p.m.
Another sentence. The pharmacist explained how to use my inhaler.
Where's your regular pharmacy, Jack?
There's a pharmacy inside the grocery store near my house. It's very convenient because I can shop and pick up prescriptions at the same time. How about you?
I use a pharmacy that's near my doctor's office. That way, if I have an appointment, I can walk right over and get my medicine. Eighth word, vital signs. Vital signs are basic measurements that show how your body is functioning. They include temperature, blood pressure, heart rate, and breathing rate.
The nurse always checks your vital signs at the beginning of the visit.
Yes, for example, the nurse took my vital signs before the doctor came in. Or, all his vital signs are normal.
Your temperature should be around 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit or 37 degrees Celsius. If it's higher, you have a fever.
And normal blood pressure is around 120/80. The nurse uses a blood pressure cuff that squeezes your arm.
I don't like that feeling. It's uncomfortable when it gets tight.
Me neither. But it only takes a minute, and it's important information. Ninth word, diagnose. To diagnose means to identify what illness or medical condition someone has. The diagnosis is the name of the illness or condition.
The doctor diagnoses patients by looking at symptoms, doing examinations, and sometimes ordering tests.
Right. For example, the doctor diagnosed me with the flu. Or, it's hard to diagnose this condition without more tests.
Another example, after the blood test, they diagnosed her with anemia.
Have you ever had a difficult diagnosis, Jack? Like something the doctors couldn't figure out right away?
Actually, yes. A few years ago, I had strange stomach pain for months. The first doctor couldn't diagnose it. I had to see a specialist who finally figured out I had a food intolerance.
That must have been frustrating. I'm glad they finally found the problem. 10th word, contagious. Contagious means a disease can spread from one person to another. If you're sick with something contagious, you should stay away from other people.
Colds, the flu, and COVID-19 are all contagious. You can catch them from someone who's sick.
Yes. For example, the flu is very contagious. Or, you're still contagious, so you should stay home from work.
Another example, wash your hands frequently to avoid spreading contagious diseases.
This is especially important to remember during cold and flu season.
Definitely. If I'm sick, I try to stay home so I don't make my coworkers sick.
That's considerate. I do the same thing. Let's quickly review all the vocabulary words we just learned. Appointment, symptoms, prescription, insurance, examination, allergic, pharmacy, vital signs, diagnose, and contagious.
These are all essential words for talking about health and doctor visits in English. Okay, Emma, that was a lot of talking about doctor visits.
It was, but it's such an important topic, and there's so much vocabulary to learn.
You're right. Let's think about what we covered today. Let's recap the main points.
Great idea. First, we learned about making an appointment. When you need to see a doctor, you call the office and say, "I'd like to make an appointment." They'll ask you about the reason for your visit and when you're available.
Right. Then we talked about checking in at the doctor's office. When you arrive, you go to the reception desk and say, "I have an appointment at time." You might need to fill out forms with your personal information and medical history.
After that, we discussed what happens in the examination room. The nurse checks your vital signs like temperature and blood pressure. She asks, "What brings you in today?" And you explain your symptoms.
Then the doctor comes in and does a more detailed examination. The doctor asks questions like, when did your symptoms start, and does anything make it better or worse? The doctor might use a stethoscope to listen to your lungs or look in your throat.
Next, the doctor gives you a diagnosis. That means the doctor tells you what's wrong. The doctor might say, "You have a viral infection," or "You have the flu." Then the doctor writes a prescription for medicine if you need it.
After the examination, you check out at the reception desk and pay your copay. Then you take your prescription to the pharmacy to get your medicine.
At the pharmacy, you give your prescription to the pharmacist. The pharmacist fills the prescription and explains how to take the medicine. They might say, "Take this twice a day with food," or "This may make you drowsy."
Finally, we learned lots of important vocabulary like symptoms, prescription, insurance, examination, allergic, pharmacy, vital signs, diagnose, and contagious.
See, when we break it down step by step, it's really not that complicated. A doctor's visit follows a clear pattern from start to finish.
Exactly. And once you know the key phrases and vocabulary, you can communicate confidently with doctors and nurses.
Now, we want to hear from you. This is our favorite part.
Yes, we love reading your comments and learning about your experiences.
Our question of the day is, when was the last time you visited a doctor, and what was the reason?
Good question. Let me answer first. As I mentioned earlier, I went to the doctor last Saturday because I had a bad cough. The doctor diagnosed me with an upper respiratory infection and gave me cough syrup. I'm much better now.
I'm glad you're feeling better. For me, I visited the doctor about 2 months ago for my annual checkup. Everything was fine. My vital signs were normal, and the doctor said I'm healthy. It's always good to get a checkup, even when you feel fine.
That's true. Prevention is important. See, we have different answers, and that's okay. Everyone has different experiences with doctors.
So, viewers, we want to know about you. When was your last doctor visit? What was wrong? Or was it just a regular checkup?
You can write something like, "I visited the doctor last month because I had a high fever and sore throat." Or, "I haven't been to the doctor in a year, but I should go for a checkup soon."
Or maybe, "I went to the doctor yesterday for a knee injury. The doctor said I need to rest for 2 weeks."
Please tell us in the comments, write about your experience. This helps us understand what topics are most useful for you, and it helps us make better videos.
Plus, it's great practice for you. Writing in English helps you remember vocabulary and practice using new words.
So don't be shy. We read all the comments, and we love hearing from you.
Thank you so much for watching today's video, everyone.
Thank you very much for spending time with us to learn English.
If you found this lesson helpful, please give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps other learners find our channel.
And if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button and click the little bell icon next to it.
That way, you'll get a notification every time we upload a new video, and you won't forget to join us for more English conversation practice.
You all are doing great work by practicing English. We're proud of you.
Remember, learning a language takes time and practice. Don't worry about making mistakes. Every conversation is practice, and every mistake is a chance to learn.
Keep practicing, keep watching, and keep improving.
We'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day, evening, and night, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.